Hey guys, it's definitely going to be a show that a chat that we've not been expecting. In patch 8.2 PTR, which is now live on the servers, we have a lot going on. Okay, and I do mean we have a lot going on. Sylvanas has been talking about her end game. Now, I don't know about you, but I always just thought her being evil was her end game, but I guess not. And she's also been talking about a hidden purpose behind Perfection War. Now, we're going to be taking a look at this, and we're going to see what we can figure out together. As well as there's another live stream that maybe either today or tomorrow, where I will be addressing the Whispers of Ilgynoth and how they are being answered as we speak. Now, I was going to do a video for Rutger Frisso about the Whispers of Ilgynoth and the answers that we are now seeing, but I thought it would be best to do a live stream for that because there's just too much to put in one video. I don't know about if you guys have noticed, but I try to keep my videos between 1 and 10 minutes. I try not to go over that because it's just, I think of it this way. Is this something I would want to sit and watch for 20-30 minutes for a regular video? So I try to keep them as compact as possible. But the live streams, of course, gives us more leadway. So, first of all, we're going to take a look at a few things with Ashara. Now, with the rise of Ashara will come the return of N'Zoth. And Sylvanas should be stepping back into the shadows and saying, look, let's all put our differences aside and put the threat of N'Zoth and Ashara to the front line. But we would be fools to think Sylvanas will do this. She don't care about the Horde. She don't care about the Alliance. She only cares about herself and her goal. Now, how will Sylvanas' story tie in with Ashara and N'Zoth? Where does her true allegiances lie? Is she pro-Horde, pro-Alliance, or pro-evil? And, don't care about nobody. I'm leaning toward that one. Now, we're going to take a look at a data mined broadcast text to summarize the end of Ashara's fight. And this is where the story could go next to satisfy Sylvanas' endgame plan. At the end of Ashara's Eternal Palace raid, we're going to be shown a vision of N'Zoth freed and rising from below. As a twist, she goes on to encourage us to focus on N'Zoth. Focus on trapping the old god and putting him back to prison. I'm sorry guys, hold on one moment and I do promise I'll make this quick. Okay, and I do apologize for that. Normally I turn off all the phones, but right now with my father-in-law being home and he is terminally ill and stuff, so I try to keep it on as much as possible now. But at the end of Ashara's Eternal Palace, we see a little bit of broadcast text that's been data mined, and Belisra says, there is a presence here. Tendrils strangling my mind. And the Herald of N'Zoth says, the locks weaken, the world screams. N'Zoth rises once more. Now this is where Chandras says, out there, Titan pillars and chains descending into the darkness. Now to me this says we're right on top of the scene, wherever this is, which I have a theory on that as well. And Delistra says, Ashara wants us to see this. Why? Surely she knows we would never let that monster free. Chandras, there is no time to warn the others. We must end this, champions, now. Now, we're going to learn a lot from the Ashara encounter. And the intermission, there's a few of them. We're going to see a lot. It's okay, Hulk. I may not get to your live streams later this week. Picked up a new job. Hey, man, that's fine. I understand that 110%. You can always watch them as a playback. And also, if you have not, because the name, I think it looks familiar, but it's been a while. If not, and you've not subscribed, please be sure to go ahead and do that now. It would greatly be appreciated, and it would help out the channel a lot. Now, as I was saying, we learn a lot from Ashara's encounter. And there's a few intermissions, and on the third intermission, Ashara reveals her plan to expose the player's folly. Okay, now, the broadcast text goes on, and it suggests that in this phase, we learn that empowering the heart of Azeroth was a part of Ashara's plan all along, and using Magni as an unwitting pawn. I changed the name back from... Oh, okay, hey, man. Yeah, I didn't recognize the name. But yeah, definitely welcome. Like I said, you can always watch playback, I mean, it's just as good. May not be able to interact as much like live interaction, but you can always watch the video that way. So, at this point, we have another broadcast text, Ashara. You see the truth now, don't you, heroes? Every move you've made has been according to my will. That lumbering dwarf believed you could save Azeroth by empowering your shiny little heart, the gift of a sleeping titan. Yes, a titan's heart was exactly what we needed. Not to heal the world, but to shatter the prison of a god. The ritual nears completion, the Black Empire rises. The world awaits its true queen. And this is when, and this would have to be one of those moments that you have chills just go all over you. Jaina Proudmoore says, there will be no coronation this day. So, it's Jaina's way of basically saying, you know what? Back it up. You're mine. I'm taking you down. And, at this point, many of the Whispers of Ilgynoth are starting to fall into line. And I'm going to be doing a video, like I said, a live stream dedicated to the Whispers of Ilgynoth and explaining what's going on. Because there's so much to go over. I mean, there is just tons of stuff to go over. And I'm surprised we've not seen some of this before now. But we'll go into that as we get a little deeper. Okay, and sorry about that. I hit the wrong button and turned off the cam for just a few seconds. That's definitely not something I wanted to do. But anyway, at this point, like I said, the Whispers are starting to fall into place, and we're going to be going over that in a very short period of time. Now, Jaina, in another broadcast text, goes on to say, Delistra, aid me. Together we can hold her here. Delistra, now you know what it means to be trapped, Ashara. Ashara, I am Ashara. I was destined to rule. No force can bind me. Chandras, once again your empire crumbles. Ashara, your master will be disappointed by this failure. Jaina, she wanted us divided, fighting each other. Fighting each other kept us distracted from the true threat. Lopamar, Ashara wasn't the only one manipulating us. I should have seen this sooner. Now, by this, I believe he's talking about none other than Sylvanas. But we'll get back into that in a moment. Okay, Ashara, you caught me off guard, fair enough. But you are as trapped here as I. This need not be the end for any of us. Belisra, stars save us. Ashara is drawing upon the heart of Azeroth, feeding its energies into her ritual. So, all along, we have been gathering Azeroth, getting stronger. And now, Ashara is going to use that Azeroth, all that power that we've had against us. And I think that it's going to definitely get interesting. Sorry about that. My nose is itching off for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, now you would think that this would be enough to convince both factions to set aside their differences and face a common enemy, right? But the war campaign and Sylvanas' story does continue. It's not going to stop in any way. Now, at first, it kind of looks like we're going to have Garrosh Hellscream 2.0, but in 8.2, a lot will open up, with members of the Horde and Alliance alike helping to free Bane and keeping him from being killed by Sylvanas. Now, also we see N'Zoth free. And, you know, here, and this is one of the more common or more exciting text. And yes, I do have the broadcast text wrote down here on the screen so I can read this off to you. There's too much to remember otherwise. Lopamar, our victory rings hollow. Ashara's master will rise. Nothing can stop that now. Jaina, for all of her lives, Priscilla spoke one truth. The war between the Alliance and the Horde has kept us distracted, divided. We now have no hope against N'Zoth. Lopamar, we may have found a common cause here in Nadjatar, but the battle still rages beyond these waters. So long as Sylvanas holds Orgrimmar, there can be no lasting peace. So, very powerful words. Jaina goes on to say, the war needs to end, Lopamar. You know this to be true. Lopamar goes on to say, and this is a mouthful, I had hoped that reason would prevail, but the time has come to finish this. I will tell my people what transpired here, of how Ashara fell because we stood together, of the threat rising from the deep, and all that is at stake if we fail. Then I will take my place beside Saurfang and Thrall, and pray that the Sindori stand with me. Sorry about that. That one's been building for a while. Okay, so at this time we have Sylvanas. Oops, I did it again. Okay, we have Sylvanas, who was one who welcomed the Sindori into the Horde. Okay, she was the one who brought them in. And now Lopamar is standing against her, which, as you can imagine, is going to cause a lot of trouble. It's going to piss her off, and it's going to cause a confrontation. And that's what Sylvanas wants. That is what she wants. That is her goal from the beginning. Now, we have some old broadcast text and some new, but I want to compare. Saurfang, the old broadcast text says, Sourfang, Thrall, and the Alliance. It's vexing to know our quarry escaped, but we must trust in the war chief's plan. The new broadcast text says, Sourfang, Thrall, and the Alliance. It is vexing to allow our quarry to believe they escaped us, but we must trust the war chief's plan. So we went from they escaped to we let them escape. Now, to me, the question would be, why would Sylvanas want us to escape? Why would she want that? Now, with the ability to raise the dead of all races, regardless of free will, the references to the Lich King are getting really up in our face. There's a lot of them. Sylvanas even has raised, and I'm trying to remember how to pronounce his name, Delaron, and this is a young night elf who was determined to save her homeland. If I'm not mistaken, this is the one who was saying you cannot kill hope at the very beginning, and Sylvanas, well, she burned the tree. Now, at this time, she raised her from the dead, and this was the one who was trying to defend her homeland. And in a scene pretty well that makes you think of Sylvanas' own death and revival at the hands of Arpus, i.e. the Lich King, during the fall of Silvermoon. Now, her acquisition of the blade of the Black Empire, which we give her, believe that or not, it's coming. We end up giving her the blade. I'd like to give it to her about right in here, straight across. But anyway, when she acquires the blade of the Black Empire, it continues with similarities. Now, this will be Sylvanas' Frostmourne. Okay, look at this as Frostmourne. Sylvanas as Arpus. And there's a strong indication that we could end up in the Shadowlands before this expansion ends. Now, it's been referenced to many times by the old gods. The current Lich King, Vol'jin, Bonsamedi himself, are all inhabitants of the land of the dead. But could that be part of the eventual confrontation with Sylvanas? Could she be trying to pull the Lich King? Could she be trying to pull like a Lich King deal here, okay? Intending to kill all the heroes of Azeroth in order to raise us as unwilling champions of her army. Now, I don't know about you, but before I would have that happen, I'd delete my character and start an alliance. I mean, I would. But anyway, the Return of Thrall. Now, I think the Return of Thrall is a big one. Okay, this is a big step in this expansion. Thrall has come back. He's got a new model. And I don't know about you, but I'm hoping that he comes back to lead the Horde, returning to his rightful place on the throne of the war chief for the Horde. And I believe that if this was the case, when Bane is saved and his partners Sourfang come and they all reclaim control of the Horde and return to the old Horde values, forgetting about this crap that Sylvanas has put out there, we return to the old ways, the ways of the true Horde. Now, Sylvanas has a plan that ends in her avoiding and being in prison. And even Ian Hezekiah said Sylvanas will never stand trial. To me, that means either she's going to escape or we're going to kill her. One of the two. Because otherwise she, what else? We had no other option. Now, I believe that Sylvanas has been waiting and watching, one step ahead of us, waiting and wanting to see who is loyal to her and who will turn on her. Who is it but she counts as a traitor? Let me get a drink real quick. Now, when Bane returns Derek, I believe Sylvanas again let him return Derek. And I believe that she did this to see who would side with Bane against her. And this led to the public arrest of Bane, him being thrown in prison below Orgrimmar and awaiting his execution. I mean, she's waiting to kill him in a public execution. Now, what would she gain from this? She would be sending a message to everybody. Cross me and you get this. This is what's going to happen to you. Kind of like a dictator, you know? I mean, look at what happened with Hitler and a few others, you know? They put anybody who went against them to death as a message to everybody. Same thing here. Now, I also believe that, and if you've not already done the raid of the Crucible of Stars, I would highly suggest you do it. Even if it's just doing it with the Looking for Raid version. Because at the end of that raid, we pick up the battle or the blade of the Black Empire. And we have to return it to Sylvanas. Now, when we give it to her, she says, the Alliance believes that by striking down Rastakhan and decimating the Zandalari fleet, they have broken us. That the Horde will soon crumble. Fools. The boy king has lied to himself and his people. He hasn't the faintest idea what he's truly up against. Now, if you look here, what did she say? The boy king. And she referred to a lie. So this could be also part of the answer to the boy king serves at the master's table comment. But let's go on. She goes on to say, war is a living thing. It writhes, it grows, twisting and turning until its final form is revealed. This war is about to shift yet again, and it will be this blade that guides our way to victory. Nathanos, the next phase of our campaign is at hand. Sail out with the remains of our fleet. The blade will guide you to your rendezvous. Casualties on both sides will be substantial. Consider this an opportunity to weed out the disloyal. The threads that we have woven with such care will soon be drawn together. The war is serving the purpose. The war is serving its purpose. Stay focused on the end game. You know what is to come. We have been through so much together, you and I. Trust in me as I have ever trusted in you. Now, to me, this is her saying, you know, basically, nobody sees what's going on but us, and we're here to, you know, this is what's going on, and continue to do what I've told you. Okay? But, of course, Nathanos tells the player to go to Nadjatar and go along with the plan until Sylvanas needs us again. So, Sylvanas is definitely stepping up her game, guys. I don't know what it's all about yet, but she's stepping up her game in a big way. Now, Nathanos goes on to say, Sourfang, Thrall, and the Alliance. It is vexing to allow our quarry to believe they escaped us. But we must trust in the War Chief's plan. Soon your loyalty will face even a greater test, and I do hope you prove worthy to the Dark Lady. I have been recalled to Orgrimmar. Remain in Nadjatar. Keep playing along with these traitorous vipers until you are summoned. Your back and then he goes on, and at this point, I'm not sure what happens because this is all Dataman text, so we'll have to make speculation on this. He says, "You're back on your feet. Good, you survived. Your survival is key to the Dark Lady's plan. Look around. The vaunted Alliance fleet lies in ruins. Perfect. Nerdlord, I want to ask if Kalia going to join the Alliance. As far as I understand, Kalia is going to be part of a new playable race. It's going to be like the Lightforged Undead. So Kalia is going to be one of these right now, unless Derek is a sleeper agent and goes in and kills everybody. He's going to be another one. So yes, I don't see her not joining the Alliance. In fact, she's always been Alliance, so I don't think she would leave. Now, here's where Sylvanas' endgame comes into play. One of the most important broadcast texts would have to be, "But threads that we have woven with such care will soon be drawn together. The war is serving its purpose. Stay focused on the end game. You know what is to come." Okay, we could take a lot from that, you know. Oh, no problem, man. Hey, stick around. There's a lot more to come. And anytime that you have any kind of video you want something answered on, let me know. If nothing else, if I can't answer you right then and there, I will do research and make a video in order to answer your question. If that's something that you would like, let me know in any of the videos or live streams that I ever do. So Sylvanas has made it very clear that her goal is to master death. Okay, she is here to master death. And since the very start of the battle for Azeroth, we've seen scattered hints that the faction war is a front for a deeper purpose. Now, there are a few that I wanted to go over with you, so we'll go ahead and take a look at just two. Perhaps he would find a glorious death on the battlefield before he ever had to face the choice that would destroy him. Or maybe the old orc surprises me. Or maybe the old orc surprises me, she thought. Maybe he will face the world as it is and choose to fight onward at my side. If he doesn't, well, that can wait. Now, the old orc, I'm looking at being a reference to Sourfang. I'm not sure, but that's where I'm leading. And also, the next broadcast text that gives hints here, Alune has intervened. Perhaps she had even staged Sourfang's killing blow. And she wouldn't be the only force beyond the Alliance to oppose Sylvanas' true objective. Sylvanas' anger grew cold. She had known this would happen. It had simply come sooner than expected. That was all. Now, I don't know if you guys are painting the picture here, but I am. But this is just, it's getting good. It's getting better by the minute. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in 8.2, 8.25, and even more so in 8.3. Now, throughout the battle for Azeroth, Sylvanas don't even seem to care that the leaders are abandoning her. Instead, she almost seems to enjoy it. Okay, now to me, that makes me worry a little. Okay. But what if alienating everybody up multiple times about him wanting to die in battle? He has even mentioned being cursed to always live. Right, definitely. Where did you get this information? I'd like to read it myself. On Wowhead. Wowhead is a wealth of information. And after this stream ends, I'll be sure to put the link to this in the description below, in the comments, and the description as well. So, hang tight for that. Definitely, it goes on, and again, we see references to the Lich King, who nearly succeeded in turning the world's greatest champions, the Horde and the Alliance, into undead to serve him. Now, I don't know if you guys have really paid attention to Ogmund's journal, but I'm one who I like to read everything on anything of this nature, and I want to know all the information I can. Not actually cursed, just we have Ogmund's Dream Journal, and we have, I think it's just called Ogmund's Journal. Okay, but the one that I'm looking at here, the phrase says Ogmund sees the lady wrapped in dark swirlies. She leads the herd of blind sheep. The sheepies follow her every place she go. Do everything she say. Never doubt lady. She guide them over tall cliff. Splat, splat, splat. Stupid sheepies. The crows get fat eating. The crows get fat eating the sheep flesh. The lady laugh as the crows eat. Now here to me, this could, now the lady wrapped in dark swirlies. Look at the word lady, dark swirlies. Dark lady, referring to Sylvanas. And when she is a banshee, she has all these swirls. Hey, Rucker, how's it going? She could mean thrall. But she could very well mean thrall. She could. And Rucker, either tonight, after this live stream ends, or tomorrow, and if I have time, I may even squeeze it into this one. I will be doing a live stream dedicated to the Whispers of Ilgynoth. And answering the whispers. Because there's been a lot come about. Now, keeping in mind that Sylvanas is running out of Valkyrie. Okay, and if she continues to lose more and more of them, she's not going to be able to resurrect at all. Okay, she's not going to be able to resurrect anybody, including herself if she dies again. She's dead. That's it. Let's keep in mind also that Ian Hezekiah said more than a few times that the Horde player's choice will matter. Now, in what way they're going to matter, nobody knows yet. We've not figured that out. But soon, I hope that we'll be able to bring this answer to you guys. So, just stay close for that. Now, going back to the fact that Sylvanas will now have the Blade of the Black Empire, Xal'atath. Could she possibly have planned to capture N'Zoth in the prison and imprison him in this blade forever? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that, but I will do some research and find out. Because I'm not sure if she has that power. I want to say she does, but I'm not positive. But if she did, that would definitely explain a lot. Also, Rucker and everybody here, be sure that you stick close for the part about the whispers. Because I've got something that's going to show you that not only is Anduin the boy king, but he's corrupt. He is corrupted. And I've got proof. So stick around for that. So as we see here, And going back to the fact that now Sylvanas will have the blade of the Black Empire, could she be trying to imprison Nizaf? To me, I think that's a very good possibility. Now let me know what you think in the comment section below if you're watching this on playback, or let me know in the live chat if you're live with me today. Now, after all, Nizaf and the Void hate Sylvanas, and they want her dead. Let's take a look at the broadcast text here. Give in, accept, be embraced. Listen. Listen, listen, listen. The queen threatens the king. There is no way to win. Listen. The undrowned will join the choir. Or the chorus. Listen to it. Listen. Open the gate. Step into the abyss. Complete the circle. You were right to doubt them. Listen. She is a threat. Kill her. Kill her. Listen, you know this is the truth. It is but one of 1,000. You may only listen. Everywhere you look, the stars gaze back. You know that their form already. You have but to listen. And then, even in the comics, I'm kind of done actually with, wow, it doesn't really entertain me as it used to. Oh wow, Rucker! I hate to hear that, man. Are you are still going to stick around with the channel, right? I mean, I hope so. You've been one of my most loyal viewers for quite a while. I'd hate to lose you. But even in the comics, now there was a comic book with the three sisters, I think it was called. And even in the comic, it says, this one is dangerous. She is a threat and must be ended. Beware of this one. She seeks the depth of all things, all possibilities. End her threat. Murder her. Save yourself and murder her. Save the world and murder her. She is in a violation. She serves the true enemy. Kill her now. Kill her now. Remove her from this world and take from her what you need. Now. This is nothing. You should have destroyed her. Now it's too late. You have sacrificed greatness for false feelings. They will leave you. You will watch as she claims them. Rucker, let's see here. Yeah, I am sticking around. A part of me still wants some closure around. Hey, I understand, Batman. I understand, and you know, who knows? Maybe you'll watch the channel and you'll see something that'll bring you back. You know, I can only hope, because I know myself. I've tried to walk away from the game a few times, and it just don't happen. You know, I mean, I've walked away for a week or two, come back, and then, oh my God, I have to catch up, and I can't wait to do it. So, you know, maybe that's what you need. Maybe it's just a break, you know. Now, Sylvanas could go a few ways here. One way she could go is Sylvanas revealing her in-game motives in 8.2.5. And this could introduce additional wrinkles in the plot, in the fabric of time. What if we find that we are collateral damage as a part of Sylvanas' scheme to master the death? And we're too weakened to fight Nizaf, even if we all work together. This is one of the possibilities that she has right with us. Now, what if Sourfang's rebellion is successful withdrawal as war chief, but ultimately Sylvanas will not surrender? Well, if she don't surrender, I say we kill her and move on, you know. But I don't think it'll be so easy. Now, as we talk about this, one thing definitely keeps coming to my mind. And that's a quote from one of the live developers Q&A with Ian Hezekostas, who said, "The Alliance don't have the same division in their ranks just yet. And there isn't that same natural point of choice." Now, to me, this means that the Alliance is getting ready to have a scenario go on like the Horde has. But so far, I think that Sylvanas is getting ready to lay a lot out there for us, you know? I really do. I think that things are going to get very, 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 very interesting. Now, let me know. Would you guys prefer that this be a separate stream than the Whispers? Or would you prefer to go ahead and do the Whispers all on this live stream? If you do, I'm ready to go. I'm ready. We'll start with the Whispers of Ilgynoth right now. While we have you guys here, we can get started as we speak. Just let me know. And I'll also do a video on it as well for those who may not want to sit and watch the whole thing. Yeah, okay, I've already read that one. Okay, so would you guys prefer? My guess is the Night Elves start to split. Right. Well, see, the Night Elves look at it as Anduin turning his back on Bel. You know, they need and want vengeance, and he's just not into it right now. You know, he's more about other things. He's just more or less turned his back on them. So, do you guys want the live stream on this to stay on this topic, or would you also want to go ahead and do the Whispers of Ilgynoth here? Because, like I said, this all ties together, and the Whispers of Ilgynoth, they are a lot of them that we're going to be looking at, and well, to be honest with you, I think you're going to be very interested in finding out how Anduin is corrupted. So, if you guys want to do that, if not, I can go ahead and end this live stream, start another one, keep it shorter or whatever. But I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and tie this. I hate when it does that. Trade Skill Master desktop application pops up that little thing on you all the time, and it makes a heck of a noise. But let's go ahead and discuss the Whispers. Now, this, as being a live stream, won't have a lot of the horns and whistles, but the video will. So when I do make my video on this, definitely watch it as well, because you're going to see a lot more visuals, you know. But let's go ahead. Now, Anduin is corrupt, and yes, I believe we have definite proof that Anduin is corrupt. The leader of the Alliance is corrupt. Okay, he is corrupt. Now, we are going to start out with a look back at the Whispers of Ilgynoth, and then I'm going to respond to each one. And now, I know I've done a video on this before, but now we're into 8.1.5. Okay, we're already deep into Battle for Azeroth, so things have changed since my latest video on the Whispers. Now, the very first Whisper that we see is flesh is his gift. He is your true creator. But it was not a gift of flesh. but a curse of flesh. And it was a curse that was created by the old god Yog-Saron. Now, and this was used against many, many, many of the, of the creations of the Titans. Okay, and then we also have the next whisper, which is to find him, drown yourself in a circle of stars. Now, I've always wondered, how do you drown yourself in stars? You know, stars are in the sky. You're not going to drown there, right? Well, I think I've uncovered what this is all talking about. Now, Helm, to find Helm, I believe is referring to N'Zoth. In order to drown, you have to be in water. You can't drown in air, you know. You just can't do it. And the water that I think this is referring to is Deep Home. And if you're in Deep Home, you can see there's a beam that comes from the world pillar, and it connects to the circle of stars. If you've not ever seen it, go over to Deep Home and take a look around. Go to the world pillar and look up. You'll see what I mean. Now, Ashara goes on to say, "Come, heroes, prove yourself worthy. Find me in a circle of stars." And now I think this quote is very interesting, because unlike any of the other quotes, it's telling you to actually do something. It's not telling you to, but the king of diamonds is blah, blah, blah. No, this is telling you to go do something. And I also believe that this could mean, now, if you're swimming and you get fatigued, what do? You drown, right? I believe that this could mean we go to Deep Home, we swim out as far as we can, and we become fatigued. We drown. Now, if we are under the circle of stars that is in Deep Home, we have drowned in the circle of stars. Now, this is just my thoughts on this. So, I mean, if you guys have any other thoughts on it, let me know. But, and I keep hitting that button. I'm sorry, guys. I got it hotkeyed. Okay, and then we have the King of Diamonds has been made a pawn. Now, who is the King of Diamonds? Magni, right? And Ashara recently, in Data Mine Text, says, "Such delicious irony. The Diamond King," in other words, Magni, "has been made a pawn." Now, Magni's the speaker of Azeroth, right? He's the speaker of Azeroth. Or is he? Now, Magni, of course, believes 100% that he's being talked to and whispered to by none other than Azeroth. I don't think so. I think the whole time he's been whispered to, talked to, and guided by none other than Queen Ashara. And then, of course, the one that definitely a lot of people have thought about, the Lord of Ravens will turn the key. Now, the Lord of Ravens could be Khadgar, because he has the staff Atish, and with it he can turn into what? A raven. Okay. It could also mean Odin. Odin, if you look at him, he has ravens on both sides. Okay. But have you ever thought that it could also mean Bonsamedi? Aloa of Death, or the Lord of Death. Okay. Now, ravens are linked to death, right? They're carnivores. They eat flesh. They eat rotting corpses. But what is the key? Now, if you listen to the quotes from Tomb of Sargeras read, it hit me when I did that the Aegis of Agrimar is a shield, right? And it's protecting the world soul from corruption. But what if somebody took it back? What if somebody decided to take the shield back, right? It would turn the key, unlock the protection, and this could possibly be what we're meaning. But who could do this, right? Who would do this? It could be possibly Odin. Hey, Gabriel, welcome, man. Great to have you. If you've got any interest in Sylvanas End game plans, be sure to watch this entire video once it goes live for playback, because you don't want to miss what we've already discussed. But like I said, Odin. I believe Odin is the one who turns the key. Now, if he's the one who turns the key, I believe he is also the one referred to as the Lord of Ravens. And then the one that has everybody puzzled. I know it has had me, but maybe I thought too much into this. But the Boy King serves at the Master's table. 3 lies will he offer you. Okay? Who's the Boy King? Now, a lot of people, including myself, thought at one time that it was Rappion, right? It was Rappion. And the Boy King is another way of saying a prince. Rappion is a prince, of course, but I believe it's Anduin. But Anduin is the true Boy King. Now, Anduin has been referred to many times as the Boy King by Sylvanas, by Gul'dan, as well as a few others. But he serves at the Master's table. Who's the Master? In this case, I think the Master is N'Zoth. And I believe that Anduin is serving N'Zoth. He may not, be, maybe he's just been possessed or whatever, but he serves N'Zoth. Now, these 3 lies. What are the lies? In Ogmund's journal, he says 1 lie has already been told. Another one will come soon. Maybe they will see this one, right? So, the first lie is the Horde was responsible for Varian's death. The Horde has nothing, we didn't do anything. The Horde didn't kill Varian at all. So that was a lie. The second and the third, we don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. Now, the table. Is this a mission table, a dinner table, a war table? Now, this may not seem like it matters a lot to the overall picture, but it does. Because different types of tables are used for different things. So, what kind of table is the Boy King serving at? Now, let's take a look at the direct quote from Ogmund's journal. That blade has a shiny eye, always watching us. Why you no see it? 3 lies. The first one been told. Bound by that throne? No. Free. The next gonna come soon. Maybe they see this one. Okay. Now, Anduin has also betrayed the alliance in the past. Now, how do I get this? He betrayed the alliance by befriending the enemy. He befriended a Horde leader, Bane Bloodhoof. Now, even Varian thought of this as being a betrayal of the alliance and forming this friendship. I mean, who wouldn't, right? I mean, look at Bane. He formed a friendship also with Jaina, and now he's on trial for treason. Or will be, executed for treason. Look at Sourfang. He worked with Anduin, and now is considered a traitor. So, when Anduin says no one, not even a king is more important than the alliance, you have to wonder, if this is the truth, then he would have not befriended Bane. Also, he would have never sent the Alliance members into danger's way, into the path of danger, to rescue a Horde leader. Bang. And also, have you ever wondered, Anduin, all throughout Pandaria, all throughout all the previous expansions, he has always been what? A priest. But now, obviously, he is a paladin. Because priests cannot do bubbles. Only paladins can do the bubbles. And in the cinematic for the Lordaeron cinematic, what did he do? He used a bubble. So what happened? Did he all of a sudden change? Or what's going on? Now, also, now he keeps making comments about the holy light. The holy light. The holy light. What about it? You know, I mean, that is a comment that you would expect from a paladin, not a priest. Now, also, I have to say this, I found it funny, to say the least, but Tedrasil was unguarded when it burned. Why was it unguarded? Did Anduin call them away and send them on a mission? Or what was the deal there? Because, you know, as the king, it's his place to guard his people, to keep them safe. He failed. And now, he don't even want to help the Night Elves seek vengeance. He's done with it. It's over. Okay, the next quote is, "Her heart is a crater, and we have filled it." Her, I believe, refers to Azeroth. The heart is the heart of Azeroth, and we have filled it. We are filling it up every day. Every quest we do, every world quest we do, any turn-ins we do, anything we pick up that has Azeroth, we are filling this void, this crater, every day. Now, here's one to give you something to think on. 5 keys to open our way. 5 torches to light our path. Now, 5 keys to open our way, obviously, I feel means to be 5 pillars of creation, which was used in the Tomb of Sargeras to create the wards and seals that would be able to secure the avatar of Sargeras from the Legion. Okay. 5 torches to light our way. Now, if you look, 5 is a number we see a lot in WoW. Okay. We have 5 dragon aspects. Life, nature, time, magic, earth. 5. We have 5 pillars of creation. 5 titans on the pantheon. We have 5 world trees. 1 was corrupted in the Emerald Nightmare. 1 was destroyed by Akmodin. I guess I'm saying that name right. 1 was corrupted by Yogg-Saron. And 1 is in the Nightmare version of Ungoro Crater and corrupted by Ilgynoth. And of course, 1 is Tedrasil and it's burned. Now, the world tree, if it's blessed by the dragon aspects, grants life all around it. And it allows druids to enter the Emerald Dream. But as just a train of thought, what would happen if there was no more world trees? Would that mean that druids could no longer enter the Emerald Dream? And now that Tedrasil, the laced world tree, is burned, and that Ysera is dead, nothing can stop the Emerald Dream from spreading to corrupt the Emerald Nightmare to spread and corrupt the Emerald Dream. Think about it. It's something that the deeper you get, the deeper you want to go. And also, with there being 5 world trees, if all 5 burned, even the corrupted ones, okay? If all 5 burned, even if it was just the, downed version of it, okay? All 5 burned, that would mean 5 torches to light the way. At the hour of her 3rd death, she will usher in our coming. Now, Azeroth's 3rd death is what I feel that this means. I don't think that it would be Sylvanas and all, because Sylvanas has already died 3 times. Okay? She died 1 at the hand of the Lich King, 2 suicide, and 3 she was killed at the hand of Godfrey in the undead invasion of Ilgynoth. So I don't think it could be her. I think this means the Azeroth's death itself. Now, from the earth he draws strength. Our earth, our strength. I believe he is referring to Thrall, or another very powerful shaman. It could also be referring to the dragon aspect of the earth. So that is a toss-up. Now, the final whisper, and then we're going to go a little bit deeper into the thing with Anduin. The final whisper is, its surface blazes bright, masking shadows below. Now, obviously, it is not referring to a person, it's referring to a thing. So, we're looking at an object or a location. Blazes is indicating that something's burning. So, it's definitely a location, something that could be burning. And what's burning? Tedrasil. So, I believe that this is what this is referring to. But let's go ahead and take a look at my favorite part, and that is the corruption of Anduin. And we're going to go into a lot more detail. Now, some of this I will be picking apart from earlier. In Ogmund's journal, it reads, that blade has a shiny eye, always watching us. Why you no see it? 3 lies. The first been told. Bound by that throne? No. Free. The next gonna come soon. Maybe they see this one. Now, Anduin's sword. Of course, it's the sword of his father, Varian, and it has a big shiny eye that appears to be watching us. No matter where you go, it looks like the eye's following you. And Anduin is seen as being bound to the title of King of Stormwind. But deep down, is he bound to it? Or is that another lie? Now, Anduin has also betrayed the alliance by befriending Horde leaders Bane Bloodhoof. Even Varian thought of this as being a form of betrayal. And here's the thing. If you are at war, that would be like right now, the U.S. being at war with, let's say, Russia. And the President of the United States befriends one of the leaders of Russia. He could be considered treasonous. That could be for a reason for sending him on his way, for him being considered a traitor. But let's go on. Now, Anduin has also betrayed the alliance by doing this and by befriending the enemy that could very well turn the tides of war. Because who knows? Let's say Anduin goes to meet with Bane. Bane could kill him. It could happen. So he's putting him and the Alliance at risk. Also, Anduin says no one, not even a king, is more important than the Alliance. But I don't believe he even believes this, because if so, he wouldn't have befriended Bane, and he would not have sent the Alliance members into dangerous path in order to rescue Bane. Now, Anduin claims that the Alliance is the most important thing, that it's more important than the king, etc. But if this was the case, why did he send his people to go rescue Bane? Why did he send Jaina and a couple of the other ones, Spymaster Shaw and others, to go get Bane? Because, why? And it makes me wonder if he would have done this to rescue, let's say, Gallywix. Would he have went to do that? But the Tauren have always had a weird relationship between the Horde and the Alliance. Exactly, but what my thoughts on that is, at war. Now, if we was not in a all-out war, that would be one thing. I wouldn't think of that as a bad thing. Hey, we just don't get along, so we're not speaking. But when you're in war is hell, as they say. You don't go turn into the other side. Or that's just my thoughts. Now, going on with that, what of the fact that King Anduin, throughout all of vanilla and every other expansion, has always been a priest. He was always a priest. But now he's a paladin. Okay? Now he's a paladin. Now he's a paladin wearing plate. Whereas before he was a cloth wearing priest. So, that makes me wonder. But the one that makes me wonder the most is, as the Alliance King, Anduin has the responsibilities to make sure that his people are guarded against attack. That they're guarded, they're safe. But at the time of the burning of Tedrassil, where was the guards? Where was they at? Did Anduin send them away? Did he call them away? What's going on there? And also, one last reference to this, Ogmund's journal. That blade has a shiny eye, always watching us. Why you no see it? Now it's obviously, but this is, as I've said before, Varian's sword. And it's not seeing the fact that Anduin is corrupt. Now this is my thoughts on this and these whispers, and the fact that Anduin does, I believe, has been, corrupted. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Do you have any questions? Do you have any comments? Anything at all that you feel that you want to discuss? Any questions? Because if you have questions and I don't have the answers right now, I will look it up and I will get you your answers, even if I have to create a special video to do so. So let me know. Do you have any questions at this moment about anything? Any comments about anything? So, because I'm definitely open to opening this up for a Q&A of sorts and going from there, And you are right. The Tauren and the Alliance have always had that friendship, if you will, between them. Jaina, for one, has always been a friend to the Tauren. And right now she owes one specific Tauren, i.e. Bane Bloodhoof. She owes him everything because he was the one who returned Derek. Any questions, any comments, any requests, anything you want to see videos on, let me know. And also, guys, like I said, I will be doing a video now on the Ilgynoth Whispers. That way I can make it easier for those who don't want to sit through the whole live stream. And I'll also be doing another live stream this week of one of my games. I'm not sure which one just yet. Right now, I'm probably looking at another Hitman. If it wasn't for the necessity of joining the Horde, they could have been an alliance race. In all honesty, I've always wondered about that, because it could have went either way. It could have. Now, I will say this, too. Well, definitely, it's going to have a lot more tweaks on it than this. Because this is live stream, obviously, I can't pop up the pictures and do all that stuff like I can in a live stream or a video. But I've also got another thing to pop up there. A lot of people call them goat people, the goat tribe or whatever. But the Naru or the I can't even think of what my mind's went blank. It's been a long day, guys. Anyway, I think that possibly they may be part of what we're getting ready to see coming our way. I think we're getting ready to see them being. I think we're going to start playing a intricate part. Any other questions? Any other comments? Anything at all? If so, let me know. If not, I will go ahead and end this live stream. Yeah, but Draenei, Lord, I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that. But yeah, but Draenei, I honestly think that the Draenei may be part of the bad, some of them at least may be part of the future for us. Cause think about it, they have the ability to travel through space. They can go back to alternate Draenor. They can come forward to where we are now. If they can go to alternate Draenor, who's to say they cannot go to the future of where we are now? I mean, it's open, and it's just an idea that I've been toying with. So let me know, what do you guys think? Any questions, any comments, anything you want to see a video on or a live stream on? Let me know. Oh, and if you're wondering, and I'm a huge Criminal Minds person. Love that show. Absolutely love it. I was hoping that one day they would come out with a game called Criminal Minds. I think it would be an absolutely awesome game if they did, because Criminal Minds just gives you that mentality of come catch me if you can. Kind of like Sylvanas right now, okay? She's daring us to come and catch her, find out what she's doing. And I think we're about ready to do just that. But Anyway, guys, if there's no other questions, no other comments, by all means, be sure to share this video once it does go live on the playback with your friends. Be sure to hit the like button. If you've not already subscribed, anybody that's in live stream that's not already subscribed, please be sure to do that now. I would greatly appreciate it. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and say good night. And God bless. Until next time, have a great one.